Hello, guys. This is Pinky with Pink Global. I'm coming to bring you a new video today. The new video is King's. Let me just pull it up so you all can see it. And I do want to say that, let me just get it pulled up for you right quick. Let's go ahead and go over the house rules before I show the video, what we're going to be talking about. The house rules, I need everyone to go ahead and hit the like button. Can you go ahead and hit the like button if you like my content? And I see that you all do watch my videos. So go ahead and hit the like button so I can go ahead and get this channel monetized. And also, I will be showing this on my first channel, which is Pinkie the Housewife as well. All right. I need Pink Global to get monetized. So go ahead and hit that like button and then subscribe to the channel. Okay. You got to hit that like button so YouTube can recommend me to more people that will like these videos. And then you got to hit the subscribe button. So each time I go live or drop a video, that you will be notified. But I want to go ahead and thank you all for doing that for me. All right. Now, let me just go ahead and put up this. There's a trigger warning. Trigger warning. Maybe graphic content or images may be disturbing to some. Okay. So let me go ahead and we're going to be talking about Kensington, northeast of Philadelphia. This is ground zero. A lot of people call the people that's walking around zombies. I call it the bend over effect, the bend over, because majority of them, due to fentanyl and everything else, they tend to start leaning over, bending over, and it's in no matter, and they can almost like they're in a zombie state or they're sleepwalking to me. I don't know, but because I'm not a doctor or anything, so it seems like they're just standing there for hours, bent over. Um, I just don't understand it. But Kingston neighborhood in the northeast Philadelphia, which has become notorious for its drug market and everything, and also a lot of the homelessness and everything. A lot of people are homeless, and it seems like most people think the drugs is taking over. It's out of control. Um, People are struggling. That's what it is. People are struggling. Um, People pass them by. They're just stooping over or bending over or laying down, things like that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a video, okay? In this video is with New York Post. They're the ones I would credit for the video, New York Post. And it's shocking video showing zombie-like addiction at ground zero. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that to you all. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the video, guys. Okay, guys, that's a video from the New York Post, and it could be devastating seeing this. Okay, but I do have one other video I would like to show you. This video is with CBC News. Okay, CBC News. All of this information, who I'm crediting the videos from, will be in my description. So if you want to go back and watch those videos again, you'll go down to my description and the information will be in there. Okay, let me go ahead and bring up this last video. Just give me 1 second to get it up for you. And while I'm doing that, I still need everyone to make sure you hit that like button. Please, if you can do that for me. And subscribe to the channel. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the next video. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That just appeared days ago.
Yeah. And see how deep it goes? Like, that's insane.
Ryan Green is a victim of a new street drug, eating away at the bodies of those who use it.
My arm swelled up like about this big, and it was like an abscess. It hurt so bad. This is a real trank sword.
Trank is fentanyl mixed with xylazine, an animal tranquilizer meant for horses and cattle.
You end up unconscious to the point where people will just rob you when you're asleep every time.
And it's completely taken over Philadelphia's Kensington neighborhood, block after block of devastating harm.
For about a year now, there's been this mobile clinic coming to this neighborhood because so many people here have terrible skin rotting wounds from the drug.
You stay safe. How you doing? All right, what are we going to do first? Your arm and then your head? All right, take a deep breath. I'm sorry. You know, I don't mean to hurt you.
The clinic is run by the city and a local hospital, and Ryan is a regular here.
Yeah, this hurts really bad.
That hurts because it's really infected.
Nurse practitioner Michelle Murphy-Rosansky treats about 25 patients every day.
You okay? We see people who've lost multiple body parts. In the summer, we do see a lot of maggots because they get into the wounds. Yeah, it's brutal.
Like so many, Ryan at first didn't know his fentanyl had been cut with xylazine. Now he's addicted to the mix.
But still come back tomorrow. Let me write the prescription, so don't leave yet.
What's happening here is extreme, but it could also serve as a warning because trank is showing up in Canada too, making the overdose crisis even worse.
The Canadian Centre on Substance Use and Addiction says xylazine, or trank, has emerged as an increasingly common cutting agent.
Now, Health Canada is warning that trank is being found more in Canada.
Health Canada says cases of xylazine in street drugs it analyzed jumped from 5 to more than 1,300 over the last 5 years. It's being found most in Ontario.
We're in Windsor, a border city in southern Ontario, and it's been hit really hard by the opioid crisis with rising overdose deaths. And like in Philadelphia, outreach workers and people who use drugs say the drug supply here is becoming even more toxic.
The levels are nowhere near Philadelphia. Still, with Trank's arrival here, Lacey Kresman's outreach has become more urgent.
What can I get for you?
Narcan, both
injectable and nasal?
She distributes supplies so people can use drugs safely.
You remember when I was here the other day, I was talking about that xylazine stuff.
Trank, right?
Right. It changes how we respond to overdose. It looks a lot different. So
I've even noticed that because people who are on Fetty that don't know they're doing trank, they'll be stumbling and be like, I'm not high. And you're like, you can't even stand straight. You are high on something. Thank you.
Is the situation getting worse here?
I don't know if it's getting worse. What I will say is I think it's getting more complex in the way that we offer outreach services. Have you guys heard about xylazine? Yeah. It's causing a lot of skin wounds and
like shit like that.
exactly like that.
This is healed. That's 2 months healed.
Lacey quickly comes across this man who says he overdosed, was given naloxone to reverse it moments before.
How long were you in Narcan ago? You know that he can go back into overdose, though, right? Do you want me to wait with him while you go get him a drink?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
No one knows what he's taken, so Lacey keeps close, because if it's xylazine, naloxone won't work. That's part of why Lacey is so worried.
How dangerous is that when someone, gets fentanyl, they don't know tranq is in it, they take it, and they just didn't know what they had? How dangerous is that for them?
It's not dangerous, it's fatal. I'm training people on how to respond to polysubstance overdoses. And right now, that could be anything. And so we want to keep people alive. We want to keep them breathing.
Paying your bills on time raises your credit score.
Okay, guys, I'm just letting this ad just go past. Okay.
Has been detected in more than 100 overdose deaths since 2020. Windsor police say they've found fentanyl mixed with xylazine in 2 drug busts since 2022. It's not clear if it was added locally, but in some ways it doesn't matter.
We've already had 2 confirmed xylazine deaths in Windsor, Essex.
Where xylazine was in the fentanyl someone took.
Yes. And unfortunately, it's always playing a game of catch up. I'm sure that it's a lot worse than what we're seeing, in the statistics right now.
That makes knowing what's in drugs so important. In Toronto, street drugs from around the city are dropped off here every day.
Hi, how's it going?
A lab at St. Michael's Hospital.
It's supposed to be fentanyl.
Where testing is done to see what's in them.
Caffeine, benzo, a little bit of alprazolam.
Karen McDonald is with the Toronto Drug Checking Service.
So we found 7 drugs in this sample. That includes floral fentanyl. We also found bromazolam. We found xylazine. So xylazine is a central nervous system depressant. And so using it in combination with fentanyl increases the risk of dangerous suppression of the vitals. It is a drug that is not approved for human use. In the spring of 2022 was when it was really at its peak. We were finding xylazine in 20% of the fentanyl samples that we checked.
This peak here, this is xylazine.
Levels fluctuate, hovering around 10% for this year. But that could change, or other unexpected additives could show up at any time.
So what that means is that the drug supply is getting stronger. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. More contaminated, less predictable.
I am a person who uses drugs. Right now, I am not in active use.
There's not much testing in Windsor. That means Brandon Bailey, who struggles staying clean, might never know what he's actually taking.
That's scary. There is times where I've relapsed, where I've wanted to not use, and then I ended up using on a day. And yeah, when I end up with something that has that, I'm not the person that I want to be.
Have you had an experience where you've overdosed?
I've had it where I've gone to sleep and then I wake up and I don't have any concept. So I could have been overdosing. I don't know. I could have died. It's not just people who are living in poverty or people who are homeless. It's happening to absolutely anybody.
The real battle, getting ahead of tranq before it really takes hold here.
Testing is paramount to be able to better support people who are using the substances, and funding for those initiatives are really, really important in the work that we do.
Still, it's the personal toll that drives Lacey. She knows all too well what's at stake.
I'm so struck by when you talk about the fact that most of your friends from high school have died because of overdoses.
Yeah.
That's really heavy.
It is really heavy. And my hope is that it will change.
Back in Philadelphia, ground zero for tackling tranq.
Now it's been found in 48 out of 50 states.
Mel Bettis remains determined.
I know you want it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In recovery herself, Bettis works with Savage Sisters, one of the main outreach organizations in Kensington.
So both my arms were completely open from like here to here. I was fortunate enough that they healed and I got tattoos over them.
To cover the scars?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does
So
the shark mean anything?
I just like sharks.
Just like sharks. We're starting to see Trank a little bit more in Canada, which is why we're here. What would you say to communities where it is starting to appear?
Educate yourselves, learn as much as you can. A big thing is stigma and the language you use. This isn't anybody's like plan for themselves. You know, nobody chooses this.
Okay, guys, thank you. That was the last video. Whew, I tell you, that was the last one. I hope y'all enjoyed my my content that in videos that I'm dropping. And so if you can, just make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, okay? So that way I can offer more videos. All right. I can offer more videos to you because we got to get the channel monetized. So I'm going to say it once again. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching the videos. You all have a good night. Bye-bye.